So, how can you be intentional with your time? The strategy that she talks about is kind of labor intensive in the sense that a lot of people probably won't do this, but I'm going to share it anyway. If you want to practice it, I think it's really useful. I've tried it myself. Like I said, it requires quite a bit of work and discipline, but it is very useful. So, the first thing to help you become intentional with your time is to record how you use the next 168 hours. 168 hours is basically every hour in a week. If you want to make it easier for yourself so that your data is more objective, record what you do over the next 2 weeks on an hourly basis. Just track what you do throughout the day and be as specific as possible about what you did in your notes. The way you can do it is to set an alarm on your phone that just beeps or vibrates every hour. And once it does, just make a note of what you've done in that hour, right? Once you've done that for a week or 2 weeks to be more objective with the data, you then review it and say, okay, let me see what exactly have I done. Um, you can split your activities into major categories. So it could be work, it could be family, it could be leisure. You can break them down into those main activities or categories. And then once you review the results, you then ask yourself, like, am I satisfied with this results? Am I happy with this results? So that's the first step in terms of being intentional with your time. The second step is identifying what your unique strengths are. Some people already know what their unique strengths are. One of the ways, and this isn't from Laura, this is just from my experience, you can find out your unique strength is to ask people. Like people can see what you're really good at that you may not even realize. Right. It was someone that convinced me, made me realize. I mean, I knew I could help people. I knew I'm very good at talking to people, even though I'm an introvert, but I really enjoy talking to people, helping people. It was someone who said to me after I had a session with her and helped her figure out some stuff. She was walking away and she came back to me and she said, why aren't you coaching? That you're really, really good at this. Anytime I need something, I come to you. You help me get clarity and you help me get direction. You should coach. And that's kind of what got me into coaching. So sometimes people can better help you identify your unique strengths. The other way to do it more, or maybe not practically, but okay, more hands-on, is to write down a list of 100 things that you really love to do. Again, this is work. Most people won't do this, but if you do, it will help you. Make a list, and you don't have to do it all at once. You can take some time. You just keep writing as much as you can. The same time you do the 168 hours or 2 weeks tracking, just keep listing things that you enjoy doing. Right. Once you have that list, up to 100, because that becomes pretty exhaustive, then you can start doing the easy and cheap things first. This process is going to help you identify what you're good at. And in that way, you're able to find out what your unique strength is. And it could be a surprise to you. Then once you know what your unique strengths are, remember we're talking about how to be intentional with your time. Once you know what your unique strengths are, you've done the time record analysis. Then when you plan your week, when you plan your day, schedule the things that you're very good at doing first. Do those things first, the things you're really good at, because usually you get through them a lot faster and more effectively. And what that does psychologically, again, Laura doesn't talk about this, but just sharing it from experience. What that does psychologically for you is that because you've done things that you're good at and you have strengths in, it will give you that rush of inspiration and motivation that you can then carry into doing things that you're not as good at, but still needs to be done. That way you're going to maximize your time. Yeah.